news for Monday the 4th of December 2023. Shane MacGowan has died at the age of 65.
Pontins has shut 2 UK holiday parks with immediate effect.
And in TAB and UK traffic in London, there are severe delays on the M25 clockwise between Junction 25 and Junction 26 due to emergency repairs caused by an earlier spillage.
And one lane is closed on the A4 near Heathrow Airport due to a vehicle fire. More to come.
Musician and singer Shane MacGowan, best known as the frontman of the Pogues, has died at the age of 65.
His wife, Victoria Mary Clark, shared the news in a post on Instagram saying, "Shane will always be the light that I hold before me and the measure of my dreams and the love of my life."
The Irish singer, who was actually born in Kent here in the UK, had suffered from several health issues in recent years and was treated in St Vincent's Hospital in Dublin for an infection earlier this month.
He was released from hospital last week ahead of his upcoming birthday on Christmas Day, with his former bandmates Spider Stacey and Terry Woods among those who visited him.
A statement on behalf of Clark, his sister Siobhan and father Maurice was also shared on the Pogues Instagram account, announcing MacGowan's death with the deepest sorrow and the heaviest of hearts. He died peacefully in the early hours of Thursday morning with family by his side, it said.
He will forever be associated with the festive period thanks to the Pogues' 1987 hit Fairy Tale of New York, which featured the late Kirsty MacColl.
Throughout the 1980s and early 90s, the trailblazing band also had hits including Dirty Old Town, The Irish Rover, A Pair of Brown Eyes and A Rainy Night in Soho. To other news now. Pontins has announced that its outlets in Prestatyn and Camber Sands are to close immediately.
They said that their North Wales and East Sussex sites would close with immediate effect. On its website, Pontins said customers whose bookings will be affected by these closures will be contacted by our team and refunded.
Vale of Clwyd MP James Davis called the closure unexpected and said he was asking for further information from owners Britannia Hotels.
The area's Senedd Cymru member, Gareth Davis, said the closure was sudden and sad in a post on Twitter.
A tsunami warning has been issued for the Philippines after a massive 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck off the country, with local residents being told to flee their homes.
The quake struck at 10:37 p.m. local time off Mindanao, measuring at a depth of 20 miles. There were no immediate reports of major damage or casualties.
The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center said based on the magnitude and location, it's expected tsunami waves higher than at least 1 meter to hit the southern Philippines and parts of Indonesia, Palau and Malaysia. Health Secretary Victoria Atkins says the NHS is doing everything it can to avoid a winter crisis within the health service.
There are signs that the NHS could face extra pressure this winter with record waiting lists and warnings about fewer extra beds. Speaking to the BBC, Victoria Atkins said avoiding a crisis was her #1 priority this winter.
She said the government's targets to cut NHS waiting lists, which is one of the Prime Minister's top priorities, was in danger of failing unless doctors dropped plans to take industrial action over the coming months.
She added strikes by doctors and nurses had led to 1.1 million appointments having to be rescheduled. So far in September, the waiting list for planned NHS treatment in England has risen to a record high of 7.77 million. A rescue operation is underway to reunite drivers with their vehicles abandoned in heavy snow and restore electricity to 2,000 homes in Cumbria.
The Met Office estimates as much as 30 centimetres of snow fell, trapping people in cars and forcing them to spend the night in temporary accommodation.
Further north, the coldest night since March was recorded in Scotland, with the temperature dropping to minus 12.5 degrees Celsius or 9.5 degrees Fahrenheit. More weather warnings for snow and ice are still to come later.
A yellow warning for ice across much of northern England, the Midlands and northern Wales is in place until early tomorrow morning. This means difficult travel conditions are likely, as well as icy patches on roads and pavements. Let's go to the final viewers' news for the year. Weather tomorrow for London, and it is going to be rubbish, with showers, top temperature of 6 degrees and a low of 3. Well, here we are back up north, where there is the chance of some snow falling.
TAB and UK traffic in London, and the 2 bits of traffic that we announced in the headlines have now cleared off, but it is quite heavy on the M25 between West Drayton and Iver.
And in Southall, it is quite heavy on the A4020 at the junction with South Road and the Broadway. That's all today. Please subscribe. The last episode for the year is coming in little under 2 weeks' time. Thanks for watching, and see you next Monday.